Hello guys, welcome to and welcome back. I'm Sew-Ronica and I'm so ready to remind you to sow into your future. So here on today's episode of Sow into Your Future, guys, I'm talking about my YouTube monetization experience and what I've learned. So the very first thing on the list is the tags. The tags are very, very, very important, and yet so many people neglect or they get tired. They get they don't start to crack open their creative juices when it comes to the tagging process for whatever reason. Maybe they feel like the video itself is going to sell itself, but it needs the tags to give it the petrol, the gasoline to make it off of the front porch. And sometimes we know that the video can make it off the front porch, and it's still in different areas of the internet, but you still have to have that good thumbnail to cause people to click on it. But the tags are very important because it just gives you more exposure. And sure, there's some people who have a greater advantage when it comes to the thumbnail because of maybe they live in Paris and they have access to stand in front of the Eiffel Tower with all their thumbnails. Maybe there's some people who are just beautiful and people click on there because of their beauty. Some people who have maybe physical differences that make them stand out. But the tags are so important. If you only put one or two tags, you only got one or two doors for certain people, specific people to walk through those doors. But the more doors, the more larger variety of the masses you are reaching. And your tags don't necessarily have to be a representative of your feelings. Like when I said nappy hair, how to wash nappy hair. Um, that's something that somebody may search who hasn't come into the knowledge that our hair is not nappy, but it's kinky, it's coily. That just may be how they talk. So when you're tagging your stuff, tag it with the mindset of different individuals other than yourself. When I tag my motivational videos, I tag it, help, I'm depressed, help, I'm about to be evicted, help, you know what I'm saying, for people who are down and out, even though I'm not. And also, I just want to say that you want to utilize your YouTube shorts. Your YouTube shorts are like having a celebrity stand outside of your boutique. Okay. The celebrity may be Michael Jordan. Okay. Even though the boutique is selling purses and shoes and dresses, people are going to stop and flock and view and line up to see this Michael Jordan standing outside this boutique. And then some of them, majority of them are going to come in to see why he was standing outside. You know what I'm saying? That's what the YouTube shorts are. They get people to come to your channel. They get people to subscribe because of the shorts, even though the YouTube shorts may be a not a good representation of your channel, because I find that when you do YouTube shorts, um, that gives you an opportunity to do something that you wouldn't necessarily want to do in long form. Like you may not want to do an 8-minute comedy skit on your channel, you know, but you do want to do a 1-minute skit on your YouTube short that's going to cause people to raise their eyebrows, their ears will perk, and they'll be intrigued as to what your other content is. And some people will rock with you and some people won't. You know what I mean? But it's like fishing. You have to throw that out there to get a bite. Sometimes what you get on the end of that line is something that you don't want attracted to your channel. Sometimes it's might be somebody you end up blocking. Okay? But that goes with the territory. That comes with the job. But the YouTube shorts, the adding different music to it, it exposes you to a greater audience. If all you have is your videos, proper English. If all you have are your long form videos, then you're missing out on just throwing a net into the ocean. That's what a YouTube short is. That's tagged correctly. And also make sure that YouTube short shows your personality, even though it's something that your channel may not be about. You know what I'm saying? Um, you may not have a comedy channel, but your shorts may be comedy. Show your personality. So I had a YouTube short that was doing so well. It brought so many people, thousands of people to view my channel, right? To view my boutique, so to speak. But when they view it, They get to see an actual video on how I really am. Your personality is important. Your personality is what's going to be the adhesive to keep people interested and invested after finding your YouTube short. Tag it, tag it, tag it. Just because it's a short, don't get short on them tags, y'all. I see a lot of the saints. I see a lot of the older saints and like people who have Bible, you know, biblical content, Christian content. There we go. Um, they don't tag their shorts properly, and then the shorts never really make it out. You gotta tag them shorts like you do your long form videos. Because I uploaded a short and forgot to tag it. You know what I'm saying? I forgot to put tags in it, and it didn't go nowhere. Nowhere is where it went. Where did it go? Nowhere. Um, and then I went back through maybe like 5, 6 hours later, and I hit it with tags, and then it started circulating around the internet. You know, people who were looking for this. What it was my snowy video, snowy day, and it's like tag it snow day, first snow in 2024, blizzard 2024, first snow in Kansas City, how to remove snow. It's like how to remove snow off of a Ford Fusion. You know, you find different ways to manipulate that tag like a Rubik's Cube until you get everything out of there that you can possibly get out of there without falsifying the tag. You don't want to tag something if it's not about that, but you definitely don't want to miss an opportunity to add a tag to it. And most people, you want to think like other people, and most people think in terms of ebonics, right? Or slang or abbreviations. And that's how you want to tag it. My mama be tripping. You know, that's what to do when your mama tripping. You'd be surprised what people put in the search engine is all I'm saying. If you have days where you just searching up random stuff, you know, why black people like seasonings, then you understand how other people's mindset work, and you need to get in there, use that imagination, and tag your videos with your imagination and not laziness. I'm serious. I hate to be, harsh like that, but and also, one thing that I notice is that you want to juice as much out of your content or your situation as possible. So, like for me, the Lord gave me a content container, content container. And it's almost like, back in the day when Jenny Jones and Ricky Lake and the Montel Williams show and all that, they would come out with these salacious topics or these juicy hot topics, and it caused everybody to want to watch. Next on the Ricky Lake show, mom slept with such and dad is sleeping with the secretary, and you know. Anyway, but so my content container isn't necessarily like that. However, the content container, it is what most people are struggling with, because the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world, right? According to the word of God. So if we're all going through it, but only few people actually read the word, there's a lot of people that do. Don't get me wrong. Even the adversaries, what I'm saying? They read the word so that they can try to dispel the word. But it doesn't work. But you have to study to show yourself approved. And so if you can apply the word to it, that is Christian counseling at its best. And we all could use a little bit of Christian counseling, okay? But so now I want to bring up the different layers to a video. Your foundation for what your video is, like mine right now, is doing braids. But then you have what you're talking about. That's also going to be in the topic, which is uh, monetization, being monetized on YouTube, something of that sort. And then you have your third one, which is your cherry on top, which is your content container content with the hot topic that's going to get people to really click. And that is, I didn't do the content container on this because I only do the content container when I'm sewing, right? As of right now, that may change in the future. But let's see, the most recent one that I can remember off the top of my head is about the 304 girls. So like your foundation, your surface, and then your cherry on top. There's some people who don't have to do all that. They can just do one topic, stick to that one topic. They're not juggling issues. You know what I'm saying? But then there's some people that, let's look at it in the singer bracket, right? Adele. Adele's voice is so beautiful and she's so talented and gifted that she ain't got to twerk on stage, okay? But then there's some people, not to say that what I'm doing is twerking on stage. I am utilizing my assets is what I'm doing. But and then there's some people that they're star performers. Like nobody can outperform this individual because she knows what stage presence is. She knows how to work the crowd. She knows what crowd participation is. She looks good. She works hard on her body to look good. And she pays her only the best, the top tier dancers to dance behind her. Okay. So, however, wherever you find yourself at in the category of needing to, you know what I'm saying, make your efforts on YouTube productive. Is that a word? Let me Google it. I Googled it. Turns out it's not a word. I was trying to say predictable. But anyway, so my analytics, they show that, with my sewing videos, people would just scroll to the end of the video and watch the end result, right? Not everybody, but it showed majority of them, like a significant amount. And it shows that because it's like a straight line until it gets to the end of the video and then it goes up and it does a little zigzag, zigzag, zigzag thing. So that lets me know that that's where they're watching at. And there's no activity prior. Okay. And so, yes, it hurt. I'm currently in therapy behind it. No, I'm just playing. And I'm grateful that people are interested in even seeing what I sew. That's remarkable right there. But what it's shown me was that I need to have more irons in the fire. I needed to have more pots on the stove to get people to be interested for longer. So the Bible says a threefold cord is not quickly broken, honey. We're going to have three. Look, if you don't like this, you like that. If you don't like that, you got to like this. You got to want to know what this is about. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's nothing I can't handle. You do what you got to do because, again, I say it all the time. Well, I got it from the Potter's house, but God gave everybody, He didn't give everybody everything, but He gave everybody something. Use your something, okay? Use what is that in your hand? Use it. And so every once in a while, I will evaluate my channel, and the progress of my channel. But for the most part, I'm using the three steps: record content, edit content, upload content. Okay, recording, editing, and uploading. So that's a cycle that just continues. Okay, and you should have stuff like already scheduled to come up. Well, I mean, to each his own, right? But I like to already have something scheduled to come up to show that I'm being productive. And if you're on other people's channel and you're seeing how they're doing, it's good to show support to other people. But when you start getting down about your views and stuff like that means that you're not in the three phases, one of the three phases that you're supposed to be for your cycle. Either recording, editing, or uploading. And so you should not have time to go over your channel with a fine tooth comb every day. That should be like a once a week thing to channel analysis. Okay? Because if you're doing it every day, now I know I've been making content consistently for a while now. And I understand that you really don't have time for that. You really don't have time to uh watch other excuse me. You really don't have time to watch other content that doesn't either motivate you, inspire you, or feed your spirit. You know what I'm saying? There's room for R&R, relax and recreation. But there's also a fine line between R&R and getting off track, getting distracted, no longer focused. Now you just watching hour long show after hour long show after hour long show. The devil is a lie. You might be able to watch 1 hour-long show while you eat, okay? And then you need to get back on it. You need to be recording, editing, uploading. Because this isn't a game. You're monetized now, or you want to be monetized, and you have access to make more money than you've ever made in your life if you're wise with it. The hand of the diligent shall bear rule. And so you have to look at it as, some people are looking at YouTube as a hobby, recreation. Some people are looking at it as an outlet, therapeutic outlet. And then there's some people that understand that God wants to bless the works of their hands. And you just got to keep chiseling away at whatever boulder, whatever mountain is hindering you from getting to where you want to be, where you believe you want to be. Okay? And I say that because what you start off doing may not be what gets you to the promised land. Let's just call it the promised land, y'all. Okay? You got to get creative. You got to be willing to try a new approach, rebrand yourself, And it's not to say you're not being authentic, because each day you should be growing. You should be growing and developing into a better human being. Sharpening your skills at something, adding to your list of what I do, your resume, something new. Even if it's just you learn one new word from a different language. Now I speak French. Oui, oui. Okay, and then add to that, learn another new French word. But grow. Your brain is a muscle. You have to use it. Your faith, I want to say, that's a muscle. You have to use it. You have to exercise it. And don't be afraid to put yourself out there. For a long time, I was trying to grow my channel, what I consider to be organically. And so to this day, I still don't have cards made up yet, only because I keep I keep putting it off. But word of mouth is very powerful. And then just usually when people find out, oh, you have a YouTube channel, they're curious about it. They want to see it. Okay. And so um, one thing that you have to get used to with that is that the same people, and I get why people say start your YouTube in private. Don't tell your friends, don't tell your family. Because when your videos don't do well, it's very discouraging. It's very discouraging. Unless you have that type of support system, a lot of family, a lot of friends, um, and then they have a lot of friends and they have a lot of family. And it's just like, before you know it, you're at 1,000 subscribers just with your family alone. That's good. That's wonderful. But when you tell people about it and then you're trying new ideals and the ideals are falling flat, you know what I'm saying? It does something to you. But that's with anything. Anytime you try and you get out there and you put yourself out there, you're open to, when you put that we're open sign on top of your business and you open the doors and you got all the food cooked and prepped and y'all waiting for hours and it's like nobody's coming in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't open this barbecue place. We didn't open this Ma and Pa shop. We didn't open this Christian clothing store, and nobody's coming in here. It does something to you. You have to be mentally prepared for that. But you also got to know that sometimes that's part of the process. That sometimes stuff has to be built and be destroyed and be built again for the learning process, to understand just how important a pre-run is, or a pre-start. What's that called when you do like a pop-up start? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so don't be afraid of failed projects. But when you tell people about them, about your YouTube channel, and like you're getting more, I want to say notoriety, um, and that's why you have to have a love and a joy for it, even if you don't get paid for it. Because I'm already braiding my hair, I'm already doing my nails, I'm already doing my makeup, I'm already sewing. So this is stuff that I would be doing whether the camera's on or off. But so it's going to take place regardless. I just happen to be recording. But I do understand how that would could possibly affect somebody who may not be as strong, you know what I'm saying, as mentally prepared. But yeah, people will see you in a more personal setting. Like, for instance, I have some videos where I'm washing my hair. And of course, you got to wash, you got to do that clothed on the internet. I mean, I would only do that clothed on the internet, right? But it still is a very intimate and private. I'm walking around cooking in my bathrobe. I got one video where I'm in my nightgown. I got bonnet videos. I got videos of me chopping off my hair, doing a big chop. This is something you're letting people into your life. You're letting people into your life. But the way that I look at it, coming from somebody who has been homeless before, either you're going to face the embarrassment or the scrutiny this way, you know what I'm saying? And you're trying to better your circumstances and situations. Um, or else you can do it in a way where, you know, if you can imagine needing to go to the restroom and there's no place to go to the restroom because most people, they want you to buy something before you can come in our store and use our bathroom. So look at it that way. You can look at it from a desperation point as like in the back of your mind to motivate you. But some people haven't experienced that, and I get it. So they wouldn't even understand the necessity to keep going no matter what. But yeah, it's rough. It's rough out here. It's rough out here. And I happen to have it very good because my husband takes very good care of me. But I don't look at it as, I look at it as there's a job that I need to do. There's something I need to bring to the table as well, other than pot roast and burnt breakfasts. Um, anyway, um, I cover him in prayer. Yes, I do. But what you say, he can cover himself in prayer. Yeah, I'm just trying. I'm trying to be all that God has called me to be and have all that God has called me to have and go all that where God has called me to go. Send me, Lord, I'll go. And so I am beyond motivated and I just want to help motivate somebody else. If my channel takes off, it takes off. If my channel don't and somebody else's channel takes off from behind these tips, then great. But I like to be the video content creator that I wish I had to answer the questions that I have now. Now that I'm monetized and these questions are arising and surfacing, and it's like, it's like, I don't know how to deal with the fact that I did a whole 26-minute video and they only watched the last 3 minutes of it, or it's only returning subscribers. My returning subscribers is super low and it's the new subscribers that are giving me the views. Does that make sense? It's almost like you wonder. I mean, you're grateful that you still have the old subscribers, the original subscribers, but a part of you is like they're subscribed but they're not watching. Are they waiting on that ultimate video for me to be like, I give up? I want to try that sometime. Just do not clickbait, but like videos where I'm pouting and tears streaming down my face and I'm like, this is too much. I give up. And then watch the view. They like, oh, she about to throw in the towel. She finally got tired of making them raggedy dresses. Oh, Lord, let's click. Sometimes I think that's what people are waiting on. Because not everybody wants to hear that you having a good day. Not everybody wants to hear that you monetize. And some people don't even realize how you got monetized. Some people, they like, what is she doing? Makeup. I've seen her makeup. Hair. Them braids from the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Them dresses. How is she monetized? They don't get it. They don't get it. But it's the favor of God on your life, honey. It's the favor of God on your life. And so even though he wants us to do our part, you know, he's going to ultimately be the reason why your channel gets blessed. God is orchestrating all this. All this. You just got to be willing to work. If you be willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land. Okay? But yeah, y'all, sometimes I get tempted. I get tempted to make those videos sitting in my car, and you know what I'm saying? And even though even though I still have not replaced my thing that holds my camera up, yeah, I'm not buying another one of those. I'm not buy that was $6 and it broke in 3 days. So, the car content will just have to be on hold, honey. It'll have to be on hold. But yeah, I get tempted to, but when I find my thing, that's what's gonna make all these failed attempts, so to speak, worth it. When I get in the vein that God wants me to be in. I don't know if it's interviewing people. I don't know if it's, doing something with praying for people. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it maybe it's just Bible study. I've had a channel like that before. Let me just share with y'all. I've had a channel where it was about hair and God. Okay. I showed how I relaxed my hair. I talked about God, and that was it. And then I had a channel about education and me trying to get my education, further in my education. And I think that was also about hair. Hair has always been a consistent factor on all of my YouTube channels. None of those were monetized, okay? This is the first one I've had that was monetized. This is also the first one I've had where I was being my authentic self, okay? Before that, it's kind of like you can get swept in the cloud of doing what everybody else is doing and how everybody else is doing it, presenting it the exact same way. Hey, this is such and such. Welcome to my channel. And it's like, no, you got to get creative. You got to make your stuff stand out, make your stuff pop. You know, if everybody's opening the door and stepping out, you open the door, step out, and twirl. Okay. If everybody is sitting down in a chair and drinking a cup of coffee, honey, you figure out how to make that your own thing. Let your coffee be, you know, in an umbrella or something, and you tilting the umbrella over to drink your coffee. That's a big stretch. I get it. That's pretty. You can't. Anyway, just think outside the box. How you start your video, how you end your video. What is it that's going to make your channel stand out from everybody else's? Because I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of like, why would you go to the mall to purchase a white t-shirt if you can get that from Walmart in bulk, a pack, 5 of them for $21.97. But if you go to the mall, you're going to only get one, and that's going to be $27. You see what I'm saying? Like, what makes people want to come to your channel? Even if what you're giving may be the best that you got, and to some people it's still not enough, enough to subscribe, enough to watch, enough to whatever. This is, honey, just look at it as a practice run, okay? These are all rehearsal videos until you get to the one video where it clicks and you're like, this is how God wants me to present it. Y'all, I appreciate y'all watching.